Good morning, happy Tuesday. I have just decided to pick up my camera and vlog. I think it's almost 8 a.m. I should be getting out of the house pretty soon. I need to get myself something to eat on the way. I didn't vlog last week. I was just not in a bad vibe. I was actually in a good vibe, but just the energy of picking up the camera, I just didn't have it. So anyway, today is Tuesday, last week of October. November is coming, my birthday, and I think I'm just going to do nothing anyway for my birthday, so let me not get you all excited. Yeah, so I am shooting today. Ihan is with Mami Amu. You guys, the power of accepting help is incredible, especially if you have if you have a child or children and someone offers to give you help, accept it. So Amu stays next to Ihan's teacher, and it's just very appropriate, and it's all like what we want for him to catch up faster. So he's staying there for a week. I'll get him on Saturday. Yeah, it feels nice. I miss him. Let me show you guys. He told me to put his soldiers right there, and I was doing video call with him last night, and I showed him, and he was so excited. He was so happy. So he's that my bedside table, which he calls his table. So yeah, that's me. I hope my shoot goes well. I haven't had a shoot in a minute, so I hope it goes well. Skin is sort of behaving. We thank God. I need to find a way to tie this thing. It was urgent. When I moved in here, there was no power, so it was like real urgent of I need to get the solar in, and like we're not going to break any walls to fix this stuff. And you guys, I thought fixing solar was so easy. I just put the thing on top, but you have to pass it through the wires in there. Do you see? So, and I don't want to get rid of it because it helps. It helps a lot. In case power goes, I still have power. My house lit, like my space lit in the bedroom, both the bedrooms, outside. So I don't want to get rid of it, but the wires are so annoying. Anyway, we'll see what to do about that. Let's go fix something to eat and then go. Hi yo. Anyway, I am back home. I carried my camera thinking I would vlog and take you guys along with me the whole day, but could not happen.
Never really thought about it, to be honest.
So I was saying I was just up and down, but I am back home. Must be 5. I want to film a video and take advantage of this makeup, but I'm so exhausted, super exhausted, and now my battery is warning. I guess it's a sign.
Last night on Earth, Jay, drugs, women, men.
So I'm going to just watch some Netflix as I eat my KFC and enjoy life, live my best life. Anyway, let me just like chill, relax, and see how I feel in like 40 minutes. Yeah. Hello. Hey yo, happy Thursday. How are you doing? I have just filmed a video, like a skincare sort of chit chat video. I hope it turns out the way I want it, because I'm just like basically never in like my energy levels. I'm always just like, come on now. So I hope, I wanted to film 2 other videos, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But yeah, let me go and take a quick like little break and then come back. I want to do my makeup for a certain video. I got stuff from Shane, so I want to do like a try on haul maybe. So I want to do my face for that, but I don't know. The skincare one was easy because I was just like, I don't need to wear makeup when I'm talking about skincare. But now I just feel like glamming myself up a bit, but the energy. Anyway, can we just talk about what do I want to talk about? This parenting thing, right? It's just like you've seen, so I guess with the internet and stuff, people like, oh, we've been traumatized, like trauma we're trying to heal from our childhood. Maybe our parents were toxic and stuff like I feel like, I don't know if you guys have seen that talk, but I'm sure if you be on these internet streets enough, you have seen people talk about it and stuff, right? And I don't get me wrong, I feel like it's there's a point to it, right? There's an angle to it. Like there's certain things that happen in our childhood that traumatized us and made us see life a certain way, or see act a certain way, certain things our parents were doing and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like we need to give our parents credit. That's me, as me, because I'm a mom, right? I had this child, I'm doing my best, you know, I read up, I do all these things just to like be a better person, be a better mother to my child. And with all this internet drama, what you try to you know, beat all these things. But what I'm saying, we need to cut our parents some slack is I feel like they were doing their best, what they knew. Even them, remember, they had people who raised them, right? And they had no say in the process of those people raising them. Even those people learned certain things from certain people. Do you get what I'm saying? And our parents didn't have the resources we have. You know, you now know about therapy, and you know the advantages of therapy, and if you can afford it, you can do it for yourself, for your children, you know, family therapy. You can go and read up on how toxic relationships are and realize you're better than this, you deserve that. Our parents didn't have that. You see, even when it gets to, oh, that generation, people used to kugoma, used to what, they didn't know any better. You know, they didn't know that this is not, it shouldn't. Maybe some knew, of course, like you know, the ones who are lucky, who had like parents who told them, no, don't take that, don't take that. But majority of them didn't know, and they didn't have resources, the resources that we have. You know, you go and read up on how to talk to your child, not shout at your child, because the African way most of the times it's just like tough love, eh? Shout, beat, what. So there's new techniques that we've learned. I'm sure my mom didn't know about timeout. Do you get? For me, I've learned this because I've been exposed. There's the internet, people are sharing all different stories from all over the world, so I pick out what I feel like is appropriate for me and my child and my family. And you also pick out what you feel like is appropriate for you and your child and your family. You know, you leave out some things. So our parents didn't have that. That's why, like, sometimes it just gets really annoying, and I'm just like, cut your parents some slack. Your mom didn't. Okay, except for situations, don't get me wrong, there are situations maybe where I've read like on the internet where a mom, the child was being abused by say an uncle, and the mom never listened, things like that. Those are no, like those I'm not even saying they should. That's a huge blame, because I don't feel like if I have a daughter and my daughter came to me and told me this, I'll immediately dismiss it, right? First of all, I'll be grateful that she has come to me, you know, that we have that relationship, for her to come and tell me this, you know. I won't dismiss it. I won't tell her, oh, Olimba, you're lying, or did this and this and that, or it's your fault, why did you go out dressed like that? No, because I know better, you know. But in case, I'm not talking about those situations or those parents, because that's different, but I'm just talking about parents that have genuinely tried their best, genuinely tried their best. They have changed, you know. For me, I keep on talking about my father. I lost my mom when I was so young, and you know, sometimes someone asks me, oh, do you think your father is perfect? No, he's not. He's far from perfect. I'm sure he's done certain things that would, like, we haven't seen eye to eye all the time. Even now we won't see eye to eye, but he's tried as a parent. He's constantly trying as a parent. Like, even now I am old enough, you know, but he's constantly trying. And what he knew, like, the generations are different. So for me, it's just like that effort of a parent trying. You're going to make mistakes. Even me, I feel like if I want to, I'll be like, oh, I'm healing from this trauma from my mom who did this or whatever, you know. And it's just like, that's what I knew. But as long as if I was doing better, if I was trying my best to be a better parent, and that's what most of our parents did. That's what most of our parents are still doing, actually. And I feel like we need to cut them some slack, really. We really need to, because those people they have been in situations just to show up for us that we will never know, that we will never experience, you know. They have suffered things that I admire. You know, sometimes I talked about this on my Instagram stories, how we like to glamorize suffering and poverty. You find people whose parents really worked hard to give them a normal life, right? You had bread, you went to school, even if you're just for school fees. You know, now you see there's this thing of, oh, I was always just for school fees. Sis, but you went to school, yeah? You were chased, but then you came back to school. Like, your parents want that tuition to take you back to school. So be grateful for that, because there's people who, they didn't even have a chance to be chased for tuition, for not finishing their tuition. They didn't have the chance. They never ever went to school because there was no opportunity, period. So you cannot compare yourself to those two. So it's just like, anyway, I feel like social media kind of has spoiled us. You know, at some point, if you have to take a step back. Me and my friends keep on saying that, like, you need to take a step back and talk to yourself. Where would it go? You know, you now imagine your parents. Ask yourself, if I was in that situation, walking from here to where to school. I know people keep on saying our parents use that a lot, but in actual sense, some of them did really walk. Would I handle, or how, you know, like, they pass through so much for us to have the privilege that we have, and then we come here and just feel so entitled and just say all these things. Even religiously, guys, it's not good. I'm not the most religious person. Don't look at me saying, look at her. But I believe in my religion. There's certain things that come with my religion that I try, as a person, to, like, follow, and it just really makes sense. So it's just like parents. So my jana, me as Maya, and I'm a Muslim woman who believes I'm Muslim, right? I took my shahad and I believe I'm Muslim. I was born Muslim. My jana, which is heaven, for people who don't know jana, is under, let's say, my mom's feet, right? My mom is not around, so it's under my dad's feet. So when you get married, so they say you complete half of your deen with your partner. But I'm not, like, married. I haven't had nikah, so it's still my father, right? And for me to come up and just constantly criticize him to a point of disrespect, because I have seen these millennials disrespecting their parents, and I'm just like, take a seat. Like, take a fucking seat. It just doesn't sit well with my religion, with my beliefs, you know. So we need to cut our parents some slack. We really need to. we really need to, because they also did their best. Yes, we got trauma from certain things that they say, certain things that they did. For example, like the comparison part and stuff. I don't think they did it in a way like, okay, I don't want to speak for them so much, but I want to, not all of them, I don't think they did it in a way of, in a malicious way. They just didn't know better. And now for us, you even realize, even me, you, like me and you who's watching this video, there's certain points in your life, like as you go by your day in your life, where you say compare someone to a certain thing to something, right? Where you judge someone for subconsciously for not doing a certain thing that way you believe should be done, and then maybe because you know better, there's resources you have learned, it's a toxic trait, like you take a step back and you're like, no, what I did there, what I said there, what I thought, actually, because sometimes these things just stay in your mind. So what I thought right there wasn't right, so you talk to yourself and take a step back, because you've learned, you have read, maybe you're in therapy and your therapist is helping you understand our parents didn't have that, majority of them didn't have that, so you just be like, so omukazi ono yakuzala nakuzala just so you suffer, she makes you suffer, like your mother or father, they had you put into this life just to make you suffer, like you're their worst enemy, to be like, I'm going to traumatize this child. Gwen, do you think it makes sense? You as you, do you think it makes sense? They messed up, and we are going to mess up. Our children will know, there'll be a different perspective of things. Even me, I am trying as a millennial, I have these resources, I go to therapy, I try to be there for my child, because anyway, for me, I know I do my best, right? Like even when sometimes out of like anger, it's just like, Ihan, stop making noise, or Ihan, like maybe I raise my voice, quick, I'm like, nope, I know this is not good for children, it affects them this way, because I have read up, I've had the resources. I will call him back and tell him, I'm sorry, I made you sad, and this is what happened, alright? But there's something that I will do that won't be perfect, and for me, I'll be thinking I'm doing my best. Even you, it will happen to you. So I feel like we just really need to cut our parents some slack. We acknowledge the trauma, but at the back of our mind, we need to know that it wasn't intentional. It wasn't them coming outright to make you feel bad, or make you feel like the ugliest girl in this class, or make you feel like all these things that I read on social media. And I'm just like, you shouldn't be calling your parent that, because they say this. Yes, they have. Parents compare children, even us who know better, who have resources as millennials, compare our children, right? We have the resources that we know it's not a good thing to compare kids, because they're completely different. But subconsciously, actually, if Tom is watching this video, I'm always telling her about this. Subconsciously, you end up comparing your own children, actually, not even comparing them to the outside, your own kids, so, but you're trying every day, you're trying to do better, for your kids. Like, you didn't give birth to them for them to suffer, and you're like, onomwana has to be toxic, traumatized, and this is not, as I end this is not something that, it's not an excuse for like absent parents and stuff. No, I won't even talk about that, because may God help the absent parents. You can't be absent intentionally in your child's life. But I'm talking about parents who are present, and parents just trying, right? Because it gets social media. I think social media gives people wings sometimes. It's just like, don't forget where it came from, man. Anyway, for me, as me, I'm grateful for my parents through their mistakes, through their, my dad is a very busy man. He's always been busy. His plate is full, and we're many children and stuff like that. So sometimes, of course, even us have complained of, like, within us. I'm sure if any of my sisters watching this and they're like, no, I haven't. No, I know each and every one of your complaints. Anyway, but in the back of your mind, you're just like, anyway, for me, as me, I'm not even talking as any of my siblings. I just generally like cut parents some slack. Of course, unless it's like intentional, you know, things like that. Because me, alhamdulillah, through all my parents' faults and whatnot, I would not change them for anything in this world. I like, you know, the way I have not been perfect through life growing up. Even then they were growing up, and now most of our parents had us when they were younger, you know. I have friends whose moms were like 16. You cut the woman some slack, because even you at 30, you at 28, you at 38, you are still trying to figure things out on your first child. So, you know, let's be kind. Actually, I think that's what it really bothers me. It really bothers me. Most times when I meet up with my friends, Kaya, Hanat, Sadia, we always, like, it's one thing that we usually talk about, and it's just like, people need to stop. Zaina keeps on saying people on the internet are so fucking privileged, and they're just like talking all this stuff, which is true. Like, just cut your parents some slack. Bagazako. Anyway, I have talked a lot, but it was just on my mind a lot. Yeah, that's what I think. So if you watch this video until here, send your parent a message and say thank you for trying to be the best parent that you can to me, with your situation, you know, because those people go through a lot of shit that we don't even know. Just like even you'd go through a lot of shit that your kids would never know, and it will affect your mood. For example, while day, you know, or maybe you're just having, and you have school fees due, your vibe will just be off. You just shout, you know. So today's lesson from this video is, cut your parents some slack, friends. Cut your parents some slack. They deserve it. They really do. They really do. And you also hope for the same. If you're a parent, want to be a parent, intend to be a parent, you hope for the same, because this karma, that's how your children will be thinking about you. Anyway, let me catch you guys shortly. I don't know if I'm going to end this video here, or I'm going to continue it. Okay, I think I need to talk about some of my Insta stories, so I'm going to catch you guys later, or thank you so much for watching.